Well, hello everyone. I'm Harry from Avanti Fostering, and today I have the lovely Andriana from Bright Light School of Performance joining me today. Hello, Andriana. How are you today?
Hi, I'm well, thank you. I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So, thanks for taking the time to come onto the Avanti Fostering podcast.
Pleasure.
So, initially, it would be good to know about yourself and Bright Lights.
Yes, so I started Bright Lights School of Performance. I did all of the LAMDA exams myself. LAMDA stands for London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. And I focused on the dramatic arts, which meant acting, public speaking, verse and prose, which is poetry and novels and studying and performing all of those things, and completing exams in front of examiners. But mainly it was learning those skills. And when I was younger, I was really shy. Naturally, I was quite introverted as a child. So I found that performing and the LAMDA exams helped me to really just come out of myself and show my personality. And, I got the chance to perform at, it was called the Watford Festival. It's still running. It's been running for over 60 years.
Okay.
So I got the chance to perform on the stage there, and I got one-on-ones with examiners, and I just loved it. So I got the opportunity to teach for my teacher when I was 17 or 18. But I remember from the age of 15, I had a little notepad. It was denim and it had a butterfly on it. And I was about 15, and I started writing ideas for names for what I wanted my business to be, because I knew I wanted to create something where I could be in charge of it and I could do it in a way that I felt would really benefit other kids and teach them what I had learned, and hoped that it would help people the way that it had helped me.
Yeah.
Performing had helped me, and learning the communication skills. So it's not just performing and acting, but it's the communication skills and learning to express yourself
Yeah.
confidently, clearly, with charisma. Really important.
Okay.
So,
And so, how old were you when you started?
when I taught for my teacher when I was about 18. And then while I was doing my university degree,
Okay.
and then I stopped teaching. I taught for a year and a half, and then I did my third year of uni. And then straight after university, I started Bright Lights School of Performance. I found my notepad from years and years ago. I found that notepad, and I always knew I wanted to do it, but I was 21 when I started straight after university, and I found that notepad, and it had different name ideas. But it was Little Stars was one of them, Bright Stars, and then Bright Lights School of Performance. I thought, I'm going to go with that. I like that. It's open. Little means that, it says to me it's only little kids. I want to teach all ages. I've even trained in more recent years. I coached adults in public speaking and presentation training, because there's so many adults who struggle with public speaking also. So I really feel like it's applicable to everybody.
Definitely. And
Learning.
how old were you as a child when you started getting into LAMDA and acting?
I got into it quite late. So I was about 9 or 10 when I started. So bear in mind, I teach really little ones from the age of 3 onwards, where we do little poems and we learn communication skills together. So they'll be bringing in things like books or toys, or, like a show and tell, but in a more in-depth, style I do a lot of creative play with them. So I was about 9 or 10, but you can start much younger. Lots of
Okay.
students start much younger.
Perfect. Okay. So we get an interesting picture of what inspired you. It feels like this was always your life's mission from a very young age to start teaching people performance and building their confidence. Now, how do you think the performing arts helps children in particular to build not only their confidence, but life skills?
So I think it's crucial because not all kids are academic. So if you, and the education system is set up mainly for academic kids. And the arts, I know some schools prioritize it more than others, but the arts are kind of like a sidelined thing. And there are certain cultures where it's maybe not given any gravitas at all. So I think that it really does help to give them these skills to build their confidence in this way, because some kids are not meant to sit down and memorize and take tests. And also, that's not really indicative of the way that you live your life as an adult. You know, you need the skills to be able to communicate with the person in an interview, in a presentation. Even some parents have said it's they're putting up their hand in class and they're saying what they think. They're saying what they think, even if it might be wrong. They're being brave and they're communicating, or they're making friends more easily. Socially, they're able to communicate and being standing up and performing, whether that's a poem, an extract from a little book, an acting scene, a speech on their own topic, and all of the techniques that they learn to put together that performance gives a child the tools that they need to be a really effective all-round adult. And you can apply it to literally any career, because often when people hear performing arts and drama and whatever, they think, oh, well, acting is not a stable career. And it isn't. It can be, very up and down, but you can apply the tools, the techniques, the life skills, and the confidence that you learn through LAMDA. And some of my kids don't even do exams, they just learn the skill of it. You can learn the LAMDA skills, and you can do the higher level of exams give you UCAS points that help towards university. So you can use it for academics. But I just think that being creative and expressing yourself and learning about body language, verbal and non-verbal cues, and being able to make good eye contact and learning to control nerves and things like that, super important life skills.
Definitely. Yeah. There's so many positives that you've talked about. So, for example, the UCAS points, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So even if, like you said, they're not really academically inclined, it can still help them. I think that's really good. I think that's something that many people may not even be aware of, that it can
Yeah.
help you later on when you're applying to university.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think it's really good for building self-esteem.
Yeah.
So putting yourself into a difficult situation, which feels uncomfortable, because you talked about even with adults, I think sometimes when you are the center of attention,
Yeah.
you can freeze up and you're not your true self. So I think like performance is wonderful because you have a safe space
Yeah.
to explore, be yourself, try different things, be creative without fear of judgment. So
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so we have a lot of building your confidence, building your life skills.
Yeah.
Now, what advice would you give foster parents that, they may have some foster children who like drama or acting. Conversely, they may have some children who are quite shy.
Mhm.
How would you encourage foster parents or promote the idea of performance to them?
I would firstly say with children to make sure that they're not overscheduled. and give them some space. Uh, a, I know it's difficult now, but away from a screen where they can maybe be a bit bored and see what they come up with
Yeah.
in a safe space where, because that often is a great catalyst for creativity. And if they like stories, like I have my Alexander, I have a he'll be 3 in December, and he loves stories, and then he'll reenact them. And sometimes he'll do that on his own, and sometimes he'll want me or his daddy to join in. And so it's giving them the space to just play and seeing what they come up with. And maybe they might want to do it in other ways, like arty ways and more sort of, but they need the space and a little bit of free time to see what they can come up with, what ideas they have and how they want to express that and what they want to do. And I think, I know sometimes you can, I know it depends on the money, but you can have them do LAMDA classes, have them maybe do a little after school drama club. Something where they can socially interact is great. The more social interaction they have, it's great for them, lovely for their creativity. I think it should just be joyful and not pressured. So my students, I teach over 100 students in a week at the different schools that I'm in and my private teaching, and they get fantastic results. They get distinctions, but to me, that's a secondary thing to seeing them grow as a person, because I see kids often I've had since they were 3 and now they're 13, 14 years old. And when they first came, they couldn't make eye contact properly. And I think also it's about remembering that things take a little bit of time in a world where we want like instant results. We want things to happen really quickly, and we compare this kid to that kid. And I just
Yeah.
think it's about relaxing and letting the kid be themselves without the pressure of results all the time.
Yeah,
Letting,
definitely. I think
yeah,
you hit the nail on the head there with it's nice to allow the children to have fun,
yeah,
rather than thinking about it's another thing to put on an application form, for
yeah,
example. Yeah, because
yes,
it's like I said, it's giving them space to be creative. And for example, with the foster children, I think it's good in terms of not only the self-esteem, but also in terms of healing as well, because they may have low self-confidence and not sure of themselves. So being in a space where they can find themselves, find a way to express themselves, it's like an outlet. So I think it's really good for a number of reasons. Yeah, for example, I used to do martial arts when I was younger,
that's
and
that's so great, martial
yeah,
arts.
it felt very empowering as well. And I used to help to teach classes as well. So it felt like not only building a person's self-confidence, but then you feel that you are part of a group. So you
Mhm.
feel that you belong somewhere and that you are able to open up without fear of judgment. So I think what you're doing is really wonderful. Now, I'm just going to share my screen quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So, for anyone that is interested in taking a class with yourself, they can go to your website. So, I'll also share the link in the description.
Mhm.
So, this is your website here. And classes, I noticed that you also have online classes.
Yes, I do. And I've actually taught children. I've done sessions. internationally as well, overseas. So really it is online. I mean, that is the one good thing to come out of the pandemic, is that everyone got more comfortable with having their little class online, on Zoom or whatever. I have to update that because that says Skype, and Skype is now updated.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we do online classes. Yeah, because you know what? It also takes the pressure off parents because they're zooming around everywhere in term time. They don't have to factor in more travel into the day, even if they're local. So they can, I do have a mix of online and in-person classes.
Perfect. Very good. Okay. And also, as a reminder to everyone else, to go to avantifostering.co.uk. If you are on the fence about becoming a foster parent, or you would like to have some more information, you can always contact us through the website or via the details I will share in the comments below. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Andriana. It was lovely meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank you
time.
for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Good luck with everything. It's a really worthwhile cause, and it's helping, especially with children, at a time where they can build, they can change their life when they become an adult, and how to deal with life because it can get difficult.
I mean, in a world that is going to be more and more AI based and
Yeah.
AI led, it's the human connection and being
Yeah.
able to connect with other people that's going to remain and be
Yes.
really high value. And that's what I teach. That's what I believe in. And I really make that an integral part of the classes as well, being able
Perfect.
to do. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, good luck with everything. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You
Perfect.
too.
Thank you.
Bye.